Just a quick allotment update. I've decided to try and sort it out a bit more. I've had all of the top half tilled. I usually do no dig, but it was so bad. This whole area, don't know if you remember before, was completely brambled over. So I am attempting to provide some sort of structure. It was always the plan in the third year to try and sort it out. This is my third year. Things like this. This was a sink that was just embedded that I've taken up. I'm going to find another home for it. This as well, I think, was supposed to be a compost heap that just always gets overrun with nettles. Again, another compost bit that just stays, never goes. But I'm going to start using it this year. That is comfrey, which never dies, no matter how hard you dig it up and how dry the land is. But this is the bit that's been tilled, and I'm just making a pathway which I am going to carry along. This is my neighbour's one, and she usually does stuff, but she's let it overgrow, and then the other day cut it. As you can see, my pathway is completely impinged. So anyway, just started flattening off that bit, and that black bit of membrane is going to go across to provide a pathway. This is going to be slightly raised. I'm trying to make it more accessible for people that don't want to trip and fall over the uneven ground. Yes, I've moved lots of stuff away. I'm going to get rid of those 2 eyesores because, again, they're not mine. They came from whoever was here before, and they're just in the way. I've got all of that soil over there. So some of it is premium soil that I'm going to use to top up some of the beds, and some of it is soil improver, and some of it's manure. So it is a bit late to start some stuff, but hopefully our summer will last long and I'll be able to plant some stuff. I've got loads of like borage growing in here that I've dug up some of, and that's from seeds that I've just flown in this bed. As you can see, tomatoes starting to flower in this bed. 2 chilies, tomato, marigolds in here. This is probably the bed that we've actually taken from the most so far. This just like, some of these plants have been so like what is this? This is some kind of courgette, but as you can see, it's really struggling and not, look, ladybird, not really doing much. And then you've got, I don't know, like this, I don't think it's leaf miner, I don't know what this is, beetroot, but 1 minute it's healthy, next minute it doesn't, and the weather is just, you know, hot then cold. I will look up what that is because it's clearly something, but luckily I'm eating the root and not the leaves. You can see the leftovers of the peas here. My peas didn't do fantastically this year, but then again I didn't really do much. And then here is a bean that started, which I'm going to actually put the pole on. I took the poles away because I was like, they're not climbing up the pole, so what's the point? But this one seems to want to, so I will. This is what happens when you've just got one hand. Look, tease it up and see if it does its own thing. Hope for the best. I had to put a fork there because cats kept on just trying to sit in there and poo, like it's really, seriously. So that was a bit annoying. As you can see, some more beans. I like to, this is a weed. There's always some weeds trying to pretend that they belong. Yeah, and some onions that I again put in late, but hopefully they're ready later on or I can overwinter them. Again, weeds which I will take up. These are carrots. Don't know if you want to see the tops of them starting to develop. Can you see the tops of the carrots there? Or is it in focus? There you go. But I'm going to let them grow for longer. My potatoes I'm doing in pots this year, and then that area over there just next to the black membrane I'm going to put some in-ground potatoes for like winter time, Christmas time. These little zucchini thingy majiggies in circles, some pansies which are edible, and salads, more weeds that I'll pick out. This is a nasturtium that Ezra planted, he's such a sweetie. And yeah, and some more. This is like a project zucchini bed-ish. The yellow ones are coming through, as you can see. Bit of mildew from the leaves, but again, I'm not eating the leaves. This is a pumpkin that is planted over there that's tried to creep and crawl. Again, more tomatoes. I've just provided some more stability for these. So these are all keeled over because I hadn't tied them, which I have today. And then I've got to finish off the frame. So as it starts to get fruit, it will get heavier. So this is me attempting a frame. So I'm going to do 1, 2 more, one across the side, one across the side. This I'm going to put a raised bed. So stay tuned because I'm going to put a raised bed here. I often plant in this bit. I could dig it up, but it's been so dry. I'm just going to do raised bed here. Hopefully it'll provide some shade. And yeah, this is me trying brassicas. So cabbage and broccoli over here at the moment, which I'm hoping for the best. My cabbage didn't go that well last year. I've got loads of kind of bonus plants. These are all tomatoes. Don't know if you can see. Tomatoes. I've got a few sunflowers that I didn't plant, but I'm going to let them grow up a bit, and then I'm going to try and repot them and see, because I've got so much like space. Oh, these are peppers, by the way, sweet peppers and aubergines, or aubergines, whichever one however you pronounce. More sweet corn, a potato that I didn't plant again, and this will be a pumpkin that is growing. Some okra. These really struggled. Can you see? They like literally, this one straight up was like, yeah, nah. But there's one. I can see a flower coming. Again, in here you've got kind of like tomatoes. Over there, that's actually, well, if you can see, sunflower trying to grow. Had a sunflower in this bed last year. This okra plant's a bit more happy, so I'm hoping for the best with this one. That one's not fired up. This is like a squash bed, and some flowers for the bees. Some peppers again. Red chilli, actually. This is like red long chilli. This one, all the big leaves dried off, but I didn't give up. I just cut them off, and I'm hoping that these little leaves, that's a red long chilli. This is kale, which I'm hoping to plant out soon, and rosemary I did from seed. And in here I've actually got some chard that lots of little weeds as well. Some chard, rainbow chard that I planted. Again, hoping for the best. Let's go in to the sweltering hot greenhouse that I'm supposed to be sharing. So, some helpers in inverted commas completely annihilated my rosemary bush. I'll put it in here, and then there's some parsley, but I'm hoping it'll come back to life. This almost died much, but I've brought it back to life. And I don't know if you can see, but look, can you see that? Potentially might actually get some grapes, who knows. Well, I will next year. Same thing, tried to kill my thyme plant. Probably is dead, but I'll still replant it in. Some spinach that I'm going to try. Again, some more plants that could do with going outside. This is the red chilli. Again, this is stuff that I'd bought the seeds and just grown them myself. There's some Brussels sprouts and all sorts there, which I haven't gone in with yet. But this is kind of like new for me. So this is the first time I'm growing cucumbers. Oh, look! It's not fat, but it is long inside. Wow, and a melon that I'm hoping, it looked like it was going to die a horrible death before, but it's come back. So it's still looking a bit sad, but I'm hoping for the best. Again, some squash and some more tomatoes, but my biggest excitement is this is the cucumbers. A bit more carrots in there as well. So yeah, I'm about to next week sow some more seeds that can be sown in June to use up. This is somebody else's stuff. These are all mine, a bit messy, but my priority is outside for now. This doesn't include what I have at home, but just for now, this is a little update.